Hello everybody. Just thought I'd do an update on what happened with the chuck station, the portable chuck station that I built and prepared for our honeymoon trip across the United States. You can see what I have set up here isn't the chuck station, but simply a rice cooker and two pots, containers from the rice cooker. Because it turns out that even though the chuck station does work as intended, it was too heavy, too big to lug around. And most of the time, I would say pretty much all the time, because we were traveling so fast, like we typically didn't stay somewhere more than one night, and it wasn't like we pulled in and had all day to sit there. We pulled in, kind of slept, and headed out early the next morning. It didn't allow for a lot of time for cooking, as I had intended the chuck station. It had two rice cookers, toast maker, sandwich maker, and all that, which could have been used. But the reality is, I would say pretty much for the entire trip, we didn't use more than one rice cooker and two pots. So what happened was I just started bringing in the rice cooker, usually even just with one pot. And in that pot was, of course, rice. And how I ate it was using like stuff like potted meat, which is cheap. This is like not the best meal, but it's kind of filling to get you on the road and out the door. And for dinner and lunch, my wife and I often bought the Walmart rotisserie chicken, which can be bought for $4.98. So that would serve us dinner, and then we kept the meat cool in a ice cooler, and then used it to make sandwiches the next day. So it turns out that even though the portable chuck station would work as intended, it was just too bulky and overkill. So in the future, if I was traveling and staying pretty much in hotels pretty much every night, I wouldn't bother with bringing the chuck station. I would just go ahead and bring a rice cooker with two pots, maybe even two pots with lids, and rice and stuff. I wouldn't bother with the toaster and whatnot. This is a hotel we're staying right now at Pensacola, and you can see we have the ice chest here, which just has ice in it. And that's how we store the cold food. You can see we're here at a little tiny hotel, and this is pretty much what we've done pretty much the entire trip, is just book really small little travel hotels. Believe it or not, this hotel here cost more than the nice apartment that we rented in New Orleans. It's because I had to book it last minute, and also on the location. This is Pensacola, Florida, and this is the going rate. This is like the cheapest hotel I could find, and it's just a travel hotel. This will be the last day of our journey. We're going to go ahead, and it's about a 7.5-hour drive, but with a time change, it's going to be 8 hours. My wife has to go back to work tonight, so we're going to be hauling to get back home. Myself, I've got to deal with this car here with the broken glass. So I'm gonna contact the car rental place and see if they deal with this with my insurance, or if I have to deal with it. I also have to clean off all these dead bugs all over everything. I've been cleaning it along the way, but they still get on there because you're traveling through a lot of bugs, basically. So that's just a quick update on the final day and final leg of our journey. We were supposed to head out from New Orleans and get all the way out to Melbourne, Palm Bay area, but ended up taking a lot of detours and stopping to look at things. So you'll see the footage of those, or you would have seen them before this one, because all these videos will be processed and uploaded. I did notice that the video from Las Vegas, the live feed, got deleted. It says that the user deleted it, but it wasn't me. I didn't delete it, and I am the user, so that was a lie. I think what happened was the video had copyrighted content, music and stuff from Sony in the background. That's what they were playing at the Bellagio in the gardens, what do they call that? The conservatory and botanical gardens. They were playing music from Sony. And when I uploaded it, it said that the copyright content was owned by Sony, the music, and that it wouldn't count as a copyright against me. I just couldn't earn any money on it. And I left it up anyways without, earning money, because I thought viewers might enjoy seeing what the botanical gardens look like, even though it was really bad quality because it was broadcast over their Wi-Fi system at the Bellagio, and it wasn't, you know, the best signal. But it turns out that Sony, I guess because they had copyright claims on it, was able to delete the video, and they did. So that may be what's happening to live streams that you guys see disappearing, is when a YouTuber leaves the video up. First off, they're leaving it up, even with the copyrighted content on there, they're not making any money on it. They're leaving it up because, you know, they want, or like me in my case, I wanted you guys to have access to it and be able to see what was going on over there, and what it looked like to be at that place, even though I wasn't making any money. But the copyright owner of the music, which is, in my case, was Sony and several others, I think BMI or some other stuff, that came up saying that all this copyright stuff was going on. They decided to delete that video because they didn't want their content out there on my video. So that's how it got removed. Anyhow, might make 1 or 2 more videos, maybe talking head episodes on my final leg of the journey, because after this, the honeymoon travel vacation is over. So just wanted to show you how everything ended up getting packed in here. You can see all our stuff, maps, and from Louisiana and everywhere else as we traveled. But this is how the Chuck station got packed in here, and now you can understand why it became a pain in the arse to try to use it. We have our clothes and other items in here, and the Chuck station doesn't easily come out. To get this Chuck station out, you have to remove like all the luggage pretty much. And then you have to tilt it sideways to get it to come out. And that made it something that was too much of a chore to do, to use. So I wouldn't carry that in a car. Now, if I was in my van, I would probably bring it, because you could cook it in the back and you just leave it inside the vehicle. But what you wouldn't want to do is have to constantly empty out the whole trunk every time you wanted to access it.